towards the land of Karbala, marching towards the land that witnessed the greatest sacrifice of all time. Millions of people marching towards the grave, the shrine of Sayyid al-Shuhada, the master of the martyrs, Al-Imam al-Hussein, salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhi. Millions of people that begin their journey at the shrine of the Mawla in Najaf, and they walk all the way in this 100-kilometer road that they call Tariqul Jannah, the road to paradise. All the way to Imam Hussein alayhi salam, a journey that takes 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. And I know many of you have participated in the past years in the walk of the ziyarah of Arbaeen. You see people from every country, from distant places. They have all come to walk to Aba Abdullah al-Hussein. People of all ethnicities, of all languages. You will see non-Shi'as walking towards Hussein. You will even witness Christians. I have seen photos. Christians, not only do they walk to the Imam Hussein, but they have mawqibs, sabils for Imam Hussein alayhi salam. You find people all marching towards the shrine of Aba Abdullah al-Hussein. And there are others that don't begin their journey from Najaf. No, much farther. You find some individuals begin their journey from Basra all the way in the south to Karbala, and that will take maybe 2 weeks, 500-600 kilometers. And others from all the way in the north, Al-Mosul, coming to Karbala. You will find people from the border of Iran on the west going, walking to Karbala. You will find people even from the west, the western border with Saudi Arabia, Shia coming, walking to Imam Hussein. This is something that we never witnessed anywhere besides for Imam Hussein alayhi salam. And look at the services that are offered to the Zawar of Abi Abdullah, the Mawaqib, the Sabils. The entire country of Iraq becomes one huge sufra for the Zawar of Hussein. Where have we witnessed anything like this? From Mosul in the north, all the way to Basra in the south. From Iran's border to Karbala. From the Saudi Arabian border, yes, even though that strip is mostly Sunnis, I recently saw a video. Zawar coming from Saudi Arabia, walking from the border to Karbala. Now, there aren't too many mawaqibs there. So what did some individuals do in Iraq? They took their vehicles and pickup trucks and they held portable mawqibs for the Zawar of Imam Hussein from Saudi Arabia.
Subhanallah.
Can you imagine, brothers and sisters, in the middle of the desert, you see men, women walking, all of a sudden these pickup trucks that come and bring food and they bring water and services for the Zawar. Every type of food that you can imagine, you will see it offered to the Zawar of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. And they don't just offer, they beg you. They beg you just to take a bite of their food. I remember once I was going on the ziyarah, I was doing the walk. One of the individuals from the Mawaqib, he told me, Sayyid, take some coffee, the Iraqi coffee. I told him, thank you, I've had enough. He told me, Sayyid, please, I beg you, take it, and if you don't like it, spill it over me. They beg you. Where in the world do you find someone begging you to eat from their food? And if you eat from their food, you have done them a favor, not the other way around. Allahu Akbar. This is only for Imam Hussein alayhi salam. You see people of all ages, children, old men and women, some individuals in their wheelchairs. I saw individuals crawling from Najaf to Karbala. Crawling because they could not walk. You see some individuals, photos came, people carrying their mothers, their old mothers on their back, all the way from Najaf to Karbala. Wallahi, it is nothing short of a miracle. What we see for Imam Hussein. The foods, the services. You see now you'll have stations that they will give free massages to the Zawar. I saw some videos, stations that are giving free haircuts to the Zawar. Anything you can imagine, you see it in this beautiful road between Najaf and Karbala. Who made all of this possible, brothers and sisters? Who made all of this possible? Just today I read the figure, the official figure of the number of Zawar this year. This official figure is given by the Ataba of Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, the Haram of Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, over 21 million people. This is the official number. 21 million, do you know how large that is? That's greater than the entire population of the state of New York. Can you imagine all of them going to the shrine of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein? What brought them, brothers and sisters? Their love, their passion for Imam Hussein, because the hadith of the Prophet says that in the heart of every believer there is a burning torch, a burning flame for Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. It is their hearts that take them to the graves of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam. It is hot. Do you know how hot it is, brothers and sisters, in Iraq right now? During the day it goes up to 115 degrees, and at night it's not too good either. At night it's like 90, 95. Yet you see people walking during the day, during the night, through the heat, no matter what the circumstances are. Even some years it was dangerous. You could be risking your life. You find the Zawar of Abi Abdullah would still go. Why, brothers and sisters? Why do we find this phenomenon? Only with Imam Hussein. The largest gathering of human beings. The largest gathering of human beings for Imam Hussein. Why? Because Allah Azza wa Jal, when you give everything that you have for Allah, Allah gives everything for you. And Imam al-Hussein gave everything he had for Allah Azza wa Jal. Such that the poet beautifully captures this, as if Imam Hussein is saying on the day of Ashura, إلهي تركت الخلق طرا في هواك وأيتمت العيال لكي أراك. Ya Allah, I have left my dunya, I have left everything. I have orphaned some of my children and my other children, I have sacrificed them for you. I have left my wife as a widow. I have given my blood. Everything that Imam Hussein could give for Allah, he gave. Even a 6-month-old baby. Even a 6-month-old baby, he gave it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If he had more children, he would have sacrificed all of them. And Imam Zainul Abidin was the only one, because that was the plan of Allah, because the lineage, the imamah had to continue. If Imam Hussein had 100 children, he would have sacrificed all of them for Allah. And Allah Azza wa Jal rewarded him with this perpetual great legacy. That 1400 years later, 21 million people, Zuwar of Abi Abdullah al-Hussein, not only did they go to Karbala, they walked for days in the heat because of their love for Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Why? Today is the day of Arbaeen Mu'mineen Mu'minat. 3 points I want to mention. Number one, the merits of the ziyarah of Hussein. Some of this we have heard, but this is also a reminder for us to never let go of the ziyarah of our Mawla Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. I'll mention some of the merits of the ziyarah of Hussein. That's number one. Number two, why during the Arbaeen? What is so special about the Arbaeen? Number three, why walking to the shrine of Imam Hussein? When you can take a car, when you can take a bus, what is the significance of walking to the ziyarah of Imam Hussein according to Ahl-e-Bait alayhimus salam? So I'd like to, inshallah, examine these 3 points. Number one, the merits of the ziyarah of Imam Hussein. If you want to see the entire merits and the virtues and the benefits of the ziyarah of Hussein, I would recommend that you read a book by the name of Kamil al-Ziyarat. Kamil al-Ziyarat was a book that was compiled by Ibn Quluway al-Ummi. He lived during the time of Shaykh al-Saduq in the beginning of Al-Ghayb al-Kubra, just about 1100 years ago. Ibn Quluway, he saw that there are many traditions regarding the ziyarah of Hussein scattered in the books. He compiled all of them in one book. Any hadith from Rasulullah, from Amir al-Mu'mineen, from Imam Hassan, from Imam Hussein himself, and the other imams about the ziyarah of Imam Hussein, he compiled all of them in a book that he called Kamil al-Ziyarat, meaning the full ziyarat. You want all the ziyarat and the benefits and the virtues, you will find it in this book. And this is one of the most reliable books of hadith that we the Shia school of Ahl-e-Bait alayhi salam have. So in this book you will find hundreds of ahadith from the imams of Ahl-e-Bait encouraging us to visit Imam Hussein, to visit the grave of Imam Hussein. Maybe if I would list the merits of visiting Hussein and the benefits, I could list up to 100. But quickly I will just mention 10. Number one, we find the hadith that is narrated from